Good morning, my name is Mario. Today I'm going to present 4 questions about the leadership cross-culture. The first question is how the national culture be acknowledged and measured. I think we can use 3 theories to measure and acknowledge different national cultures. We can use Edward Hall's high context and low context culture theory and Hofstad's cultural dimensions theory and the Stroll's model. I will give 3 examples. The first one is about Spain. The Spain is a high context culture and the power distance is low. It's more egalitarianism and they are more indulgent. So for the Spanish people, they would like to have an ice break before the meeting starts, and in the team there's more equity, and the time for the Spanish people is not very important. And another example is about China. China is a high power distance and is more hierarchy. So in the team, the team player would like to listen to their leader's opinion, and they wouldn't give the different opinion. They will follow the orders to show the respect to the leaders. And in Switzerland is low context culture and is restrained. So which means in Switzerland people would more respect the rules and the law and the punctuality. And from these 3 theories we can acknowledge and measure different national culture by those different characteristics and the values from those 3 theories. The second question is about how the organizational culture be defined and be understood. I think we can use Edgar Schein 3 level of culture to define and understand the organizational culture. And in the beginning we have the artifacts, and after we have the values, which is the philosophy of the company, and last we have the assumptions. I will give an example, which is the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Why the Ritz-Carlton Hotel is so successful in the hospitality is because of they have a very strong and valuable philosophy, which is their credo. And in the credo is they have their service value, they have the permission to their employee, and they have their slogans, and they write everything in a small card and ask their employee to bring it every day, and they will always review those philosophy in their daily briefing. And even in the operation, and the manager will force their team players to following their credo card. And the Ritz-Carlton is an American company, and it also presents the value of the country, such like the empowerment. In the Ritz-Carlton, the employees have a really strong empowerment. They can make their decision without speaking with the manager, because each employee they will have $2,000 to create wall story or wall experience for their customers. And also they have an open door policy. This policy is encouraging their employees to speak up. If they have any question, they find something wrong in the operation, they can always go to the head of the department and even the head of division to their office to discuss the issue and share their own opinion. On the other hand, the Shangri-La is Asian culture, and in that organization, the team player will work more quiet. They don't share a lot of their own opinion, so it presents the Asian culture, the high power distance, and the respect, and the caring, the working environment, and the relationship between the colleagues. For the third question is the leadership, how the leadership affected by culture. The leadership style can help the managers to manage their team well, and it also helps the managers to understand the culture from those people. For example, the Asian culture is a high culture, and the power distance is also higher than European country if we compare to Europe. And as a leader in Asian countries such as China, the leaders would be prefer to their employees follow his order and don't give another opinion, because it will make the leader, Chinese leader, feel the team player is trying to against him. And also China is a collectivism, so people work as a group, and in this situation the friends and the trust is really important in the team. When you're doing a thing, you have to care about the feeling of the colleagues, and you have to care about your relationship between you and your team members, and that if you don't have a good relationship, and no one is going to follow you, and no one is going to support you when you need help. And in the Europe, such as Spain, it's individualism. If you are a leader or you are a team player in the team, you just need to doing your job well, and everybody will think you are good, and everybody will like you. Also, according to the Trumpner culture dimension theory, the thinkness is about like in China, we consider the working as a process, and you think about the present, past, and future. So you have a plan, and you are doing a lot of things at the same time, and you should consider a lot. And for the European countries such as Switzerland or Germany, they are sequential, so they respect their schedule, and they doing things one by one, doing one thing good, and then they move to another one. They are not doing a lot of things at the same time. Also, the universalism is also kind of European style, because the people place the law, the value, and those kind of things in a high place. So, but in Asian culture, we are more particularism, so the changes can be accepted, and also the relationship is very important in your for your work, and also the circumstance is the most important thing in your work, because you need have a good relationship. You have to be nice with everybody. You need to make everybody like you, and you can create a working environment and to make sure your job is done with a good quality. The last question is how the leadership across culture relevant and helpful to the hospitality industry. Personally, I think because of the globalization, there's many hotels is becoming the international chain hotels, such as the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, and because the number of those hotels are increasing, so as a hospitality professional, that we have a great chance to work in those kind of chain hotel, and when you work in those chain hotel, you have to work in the multicultural working environment because your employee is from the different culture and your guest is from the different culture. So I think the leadership cross culture is definitely relevant to the hospitality industry, and it's also going to helpful for the hospitality professionals like me because when I'm working in the hospitality industry, I understand that my employees and my guests may from a different culture. So if I want to make them happy, I need to understand them, and I can use. I learned from this class that I understand I can use Hofstede and Chopin theory to analyze my guests and my employees who from the different culture, and I can understand their cultural preference. That will definitely help me easier to manage them and ensure they work happily with me. And thank you very much. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.